Guys, we're living in a changed world. Feels familiar, but different. This whole thing, it's uncertain. And no matter where you are in the world, you've seen a lot of change already over the last few weeks. And I'm telling you that there's going to be a lot more change. And I've been getting a lot of questions about managing money through these times, investing, what to do about the anxiety of losing your job, how your industry is changing, and what do you just do if you're not prepared? So in this video, I'm going to go through the effects of these times, the possibilities that you're going to face, step by step, how to create an emergency fund, accounts when creating that emergency fund that you can consider along the way, how to set up your life with money in the current times, how to invest, what accounts to consider there, and overall, hopefully you'll be able to take something positive away from all the time that you have on your hands, build your understanding, fortify your mindset, and create the right habits in your life today that will take you through these times all the way to your financial freedom. So stay to the end of this video. What you should be doing with your money right now, up next. Hey guys, Nabeel Khan here and welcome back to Money Talks. And if you're here for the first time, thanks for being here, guys. Smash that subscribe button and send some love to us here at the channel by liking this video. So what's going on in the world has affected everything, including our households. So if you take it from the beginning as a recap, basically the world shut down because of these times, and that created a shock in supply of goods and everything in general. And then through panic, that led to a shock in demand. And that's why people are clearing out shelves and going mad. And then there's the overall effect of new laws, business procedures, businesses are taking strain, the effect on self-isolation, and all these factors together have created an income shock. And I covered this in my last video, go check it out on the channel, how to navigate a crash. But here's the reality for all of us, guys. It's going to get worse before it gets better, and in getting worse, we all need to be focusing on two things that I cover regularly on this channel, and that's money into your life and money out of your life. Think about it, guys. No matter what happens, money still needs to be flowing out. We still have bills to pay. And if there's an income shock, you might have your income affected. You might have less or no income coming in. And you have to make it through these times with making as little mistakes as possible, guys. So I created this video. We're going to go through the steps of exactly what you need to be doing with your money right now. Step one, you need to understand what money is going out and reduce that amount, guys. The base of money flowing out of your life is your expenses. And if you reduce your expenses, you'll have more money to save. And if you have more money to save, you'll build up more to cover those expenses. So you'll last longer in an emergency, in an income shock, and you'll be protected from that. And if you're protected from that, you'll also have more money to invest. So how do you understand the money flowing out? Guys, you have to do an emergency budget. An emergency budget is exactly like a normal budget, only in times of emergency when you're trying to actively reduce your costs. I've covered that in my video, how to do a budget, so check it out, do it, and get it as accurate as possible. Now, while you're doing this budget, you guys need to be aware of the extra opportunities that you have as of today to save. Number one is interest rates have come down 1% today. We've had 2 interest rate cuts over the last year so far, and that has the effect of lowering your obligation towards your debt repayments. So guys, spend some time on the channel, watch the video on how the interest rate affects you and understand it. Look at your statements and see how much of a saving, because that saving can be huge. Number 2 is if you're self-isolating, guys, you are going to be saving a lot of money on travel, petrol. Look at those previous bank statements and look at the amount of money that you can save. Number 3, guys, if you have done a little bit of crazy shopping, stockpiling, and I hope you didn't go too overboard and do your community a disservice, guys, at least you stocked up a little bit within reason. And that means that you'll be saving this month on stocking up on your supplies. And number 4, guys, this is going to be a huge one in light of everything that's happening, entertainment, eating out, recreational stuff. You're not going to be spending a lot of this money anyway. Look at those things. Look at your debit orders. What fun things do you have going down? Are you going to play golf as much? Are you going to play golf at all through these times? Pause those debit orders. Look at it. You're going to be saving a ton of money. Also, be careful of eating out and ordering in. Uber Eats is a nice, convenient thing, but guys, that thing will drain your budget. So just be more aware, and I promise you, you'll be saving a lot of money. In fact, I'll guarantee you guys that you're going to save a couple of thousand in a month. And I promise you, do this exercise, get real with it. And then I challenge you to drop that number, that amount that you're going to be saving in the comments below. Let me know and we'll have some fun with this as an exercise. Guys, there's never ever been a better time to start than now. You've got time with yourself. You've got time to spend with your family, to grow, to develop yourself. There's so much on radio happening about how you can be spending this time as a human being. Financial freedom, personal finance, financial literacy, all of these things has been something that we've never learnt in school. This actually is a silver lining. It's a blessing that you could actually dedicate a lot of time, and I'm excited for you guys. Dedicate that time to all of this and you could see some incredible results and changes in your life, and it'll take, I promise you, you'll take this through all the way past this event. So step 2 is to create an emergency fund, guys, using the savings difference that you had from doing the exercise, doing a budget, getting accurate with it. Guys, we don't know how long these times are going to last or what the world is going to look like on the other side of this. We may see a complete different way that businesses act in the marketplace, the roles that apply to all of us in the workforce. And you need to be taking this seriously, guys, and building up as many months of emergency savings as possible. So what's the difference between an emergency fund investment account and any other investment account? Well, in the Where to Invest series and the How to Invest video on the channel, we discuss these things, the places that you can invest money, market risk, all sorts of things about investments and different types of accounts. So go watch that video for clarity. But stick with me here, guys. Go back to those videos for clarity, but I'm going to explain this concept to you. A normal investment account invested in more aggressive places, your shares, your properties, they're going up and down right now. And in a crash, they're going down. However, you do have an investment account which you'd use for your emergency account that can be completely in cash or fixed income that is actually slowly still moving upwards and gaining you some rate of return, some interest. And these are the accounts that you need to be building up your emergency funds in, guys, things that giving you a fixed rate of interest with accessibility in the event that you need to access these funds in these times if there's an emergency. So when choosing an account for your emergency fund, you need to look at two things: interest rate and liquidity. Interest rate is obviously the rate of interest that you'll get for keeping money there, and liquidity is accessibility. How fast can you access that money? You'll get some accounts that have a low interest rate, but you'll be able to access that money immediately. They can be linked to your bank. You'll also get accounts that will give you a higher rate of interest, but that money is then locked away for a couple of months depending on how high that rate is. And if you need to access that money in times of emergencies, you might also need to be paying a small fee or a penalty. You can also get fixed income accounts that you can have within a unit trust or mutual fund that is giving a slightly higher rate of return with accessibility, but that accessibility is usually about 3 to 5 working days. So my suggestion to you guys is to ask these questions while opening up these accounts, and in the beginning try to just keep it simple, focus on liquidity with no lockup times, and then start building up your emergency fund. Your goal is to reach 6 months to 1 year's worth of income built up in your emergency fund. Guys, this is the importance of step 1. There's never been a better opportunity for personal finance than this whole isolation thing, guys. You've got time to build your understanding. There's always been an excuse: I don't have time to budget, I don't have time to do all of these things. But if you really think about it, if you were budgeting 2, 3, 4 years ago, how much could you really have saved in an emergency fund? Everybody knows this, but guys, it doesn't matter. It's what you do today. Take this seriously and focus on it, and you'll find a lot of money to save and put yourself and your family in a better position. So on to step number 3. Find ways to make money come in, more money come in. Guys, times are tough. Right now, a lot of industries are affected, a lot of incomes are affected. There's already a few people that have reached out to me saying that they don't have an income. Now, this has largely hit the freelance market, guys. Work it's getting harder out there, and businesses are finding it harder to survive, but it's only a matter of time. If things continue to get worse, your salary jobs are also going to be at risk. Currently, businesses with secured contracts and cash reserves will find a way to push through, but if things continue to get worse, then they're going to have to look at, exactly like step 1, cutting out big expenses like rent and salaries. So I encourage you all, guys, firstly, safely and responsibly, start thinking of ways to make extra money. Start thinking of ways in your industry to make extra money, that side hustle, you've got a lot of time, explore those thoughts. You wanted to start an online business. Guys, I mean, I've heard a comment from a personal trainer. In fact, I've seen it, live workout videos on Instagram, creating an audience while people are watching social media. Start working on these things, guys. Maybe send out emailers of workout plans and start building your business's income in a certain other direction. Guys, money made in these times is so valuable. It will only help your cause. It's equally as important as money saved up that you can find from step one. All of it is going to help you survive and push through. Also consider paying off high interest debt, guys. While you're building up your emergency fund and you're getting extra income, watch my video on how to pay your debts off fast. Think about it like this, guys. If you pay off a high interest debt that you used to paying monthly contributions towards, you now can use that entire monthly contributions as an extra saving towards building up your emergency funds. And think about it in relation to that exercise that you're doing in step one. Guys, I hope you're seeing the gravity and the importance of the all too cliche do a budget and have an emergency fund. These are the times that we need to have these things, and these are the things that we need in place that will ease the anxiety of majority of people that never took this seriously. If you ever take a lesson from these times, and I hope every one of you follows step one, step two, and the steps that are to follow, and comes out this on top, share this stuff with people. Everyone needs to watch this and start doing something about it. Here's an interesting thought, economies go up and they come down. This is not the last crash we're going to see, especially if you're young. There's a lot of recessions and crashes ahead of us. It's in times when things are good that everyone forgets, but those are the times that you need to be building up cash reserves for exactly downturns in the markets, crashes like this. So guys, I hope you're finding the energy to stick through to the end of this video, guys. Let's move on to step number 4. The opportunity to invest in these times. Interesting part of this video, guys. Firstly, before we continue, if you've set up your checking account that you transact from, if you have an emergency fund safe and liquid and ready to go, and if you have a credit card that is not maxed out and it's ready there as a secure line of credit in the event that you do find an additional emergency, then you are good to go. If you don't, this is the end of the video for you guys. Rewind, watch step 1 to 3 and start doing that. There's no point for you to continue going forward if you're not protected moving forward throughout these times. All right, let's move on. Opportunities to invest. Now guys, I've been working with clients in these times, creating cool investment strategies and looking at the opportunities ahead and discussing these things thoroughly. But at the same time, I've been getting isolated questions from people that I don't work with. Quick question to find out what the next opportunity is, or comment on this sector or that share to make a lot of money. No guys, there's no such thing as a quick question when it comes to these things, especially in these times, because firstly, nobody has a crystal ball on when markets are going to recover, let alone an individual share. Secondly, yes, there's an overwhelming probability that markets are going to recover. We're going to get through this, but no one can tell you which sector is going to recover, and again, when that sector is going to recover. Think about it. Some sectors can be down because of economics and bad business practices. Some sectors are down simply because these are the times changing, and through all of this, they might be going irrelevant. And some sectors are down largely, yes, because of the crash, because of sheer panic. And thirdly, there's no way I'm going to answer a quick question on which share to buy if we're not working together, simply because I don't know how well you're going to understand the investments that you're going to make. You might be following just an opportunity that somebody told you or sold you, and I don't know what your position with money is like, if you can actually afford to make an investment and hold it and last it through the time that it needs to be to get the benefit from this opportunity, because largely most people that actually ask these quick questions should rather be spending time on step 1 to 3 of this video. The best thing you can do right now to approach investment opportunities is to change your outlook longer than this year and invest with a long-term mindset. Which leads me to other questions I've been getting is, how should I invest in these times? I mean, where's the bottom of this market? Should I wait a little bit because I've got a big lump sum? Should I plant it in at just the right time? That's the wrong approach, guys, because nobody actually knows where the bottom is. So if you are thinking that way, it just means that you haven't thought this out properly enough. But I'll give you something, guys. Right now, the best overall recommendation I can give you if you are ready to invest right now is to invest consistently throughout this time frame with a healthy mix of equities, properties, bonds, and cash, go check out the videos on the channel on investing, how to invest, and the way to invest series. Accounts to consider investing in are your long-term investment accounts, your retirement vehicles, simply because the growth in that, especially after a crash, if you continuously purchase monthly and cost average, are tax-free for many years to come, as well as tax deductible. Go check out my video on how to get a free holiday from the taxman to get the concept of the tax deduction, the money you'll get extra from contributing into long-term retirement accounts. Consider your tax-free investment accounts because, well, they're tax-free and you'll have the ability to access that money. There's accessibility, there's liquidity in those accounts in the event that you do need that money. Consider your long-term accessible investment accounts like your unit trusts or mutual funds if you're anywhere else in the world. Go watch my video on tax-free accounts versus unit trusts to get a concept that everyone needs to understand when considering these two. Unit trusts are also cool because you're not limited by the contribution from tax-free savings accounts. The additional advantage of using these vehicles as an investment, guys, is that they react as an investment with traditional certainty and governance. And I say this because if you're considering taking chances in the alternative space, guys, remember that these are relatively new industries with new business models, and the risks are that these industries may be suffering as well as because they're relatively new and haven't seen a crash, there might not be enough data to back the understanding of how they're going to react. And if you lose your money, then you won't have many places to turn to. So there you have it, guys. Let's recap this video on what you should be doing. Understand your current situation and do an emergency budget with the aim to lower your costs and build up money to save into an emergency fund. Focus on lowering your debt and maintain a balance of safe money to last you through these times. And once you've got that right, take advantage of the opportunities of this crash that there are in the market by making consistent investments in the right accounts, understanding what you are doing and why. And on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I will be doing a lot of Q&As on my Instagram page and hopefully a few live sessions in these times, guys. Go follow the page. The link is in the description below at Mr. Nabeel on Instagram. These are challenging times, guys, and I'm playing my part here. I'm trying something new to be more active and hope that you engage to participate and grow because I am here for you. I hope this video has empowered you to take some action in your journey to living life on your own terms, guys. Share this video to all those WhatsApp groups. People are looking at social media and they need to see this. They need to start taking action and using their time wisely, using their time to build their perspective and all sorts of positive things. And guys, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Stay safe, take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.